What's up, everybody? Rob Barrington here for another weekly challenge with these robots, and we are on day one. We're late to day one, so we're gonna have extra bridge on the weekend this week. But I'm gonna play a 12 board challenge with the robots, so we're not gonna have an instant score. But I have it set up to be a non-best hand tournament. I know I have a very good hand here, but throughout this will be more of a normal experience. We'll get some real bridge decisions because we will not be granted the best hand on every single one of these deals. And we're starting off with this first deal that has an interesting choice right away. It went a club by our partner, and then the response was three spades, or excuse me, the overcall was three spades to our right over here. So make your choice with this hand. What would you start with here, folks? So these are always difficult problems, and it's due to the fact that East is making a very good preemptive call against us, right? This is how these spots should feel, right? You're uncertain about what you're going to do because they've deprived you of all the room you would use to try to describe a hand like this. But here's the thing. We kind of know where we want to direct this auction. It's towards hearts. We can't really be bidding for hearts, though, right? Because we don't know if partner has any of these things, right? So we're going to start with a double. This is forcing. This is still a negative double. And now it goes four spades, pass, back door. So let's see. Is double still going to be takeout for us or what? What's four no trump here? 10 plus open. Okay. So these are our options, right? I think we're going to try to play some defense on this hand because we have just primed out values. Our partner has opened the bidding. We have the ace, king, ace, ace. Now, we can't expect this player over here to have too many cards in these side suits. And honestly, we can't expect too many spade tricks either. However, if we can take, I guess we need to take six tricks, we can do better than our game. And here's how I'm figuring that out. These are tough decisions, folks, because we're deciding whether to go beyond the 4 level to play the contract versus defending. So let's do some math here. If we're going to bid 5 hearts and we're going to make it, that score is going to be plus 450. All right, so that's what we would achieve if we, well, I mean, not necessarily bid 5 hearts. Excuse me. We're going to try to make some sort of call here to get partner to bid. And if they do, we rate to get somewhere around this number, right? So we need to do better than that on defense. And that means that if we double 4 spades and we get to play it there, who knows what the robot's going to do? We might double, they might bid 6 clubs for all we know, right? So, but here, if we double and partner passes, we're defending. So that means we need to get the contract 3 tricks, right? The numbers on defense doubled non-vulnerable go 100 for the first trick, 300 for the second, 500 for the third. So we need to take 6 tricks against 4 spades. And honestly, we looks like we have 4 tricks in our own hand. And if right-hand opponent is to be believed to have 7 spades, which is usually exactly 7 with this bid, they would bid 4 with 8 of them. If they're going to have exactly 7, they have 6 side cards. It's possible that we take all 6 of those tricks, and that's plus 500. Judging from the fact that we don't know we have a fit, and honestly, we've already shown a game-forcing hand by this double, or we should have. Actually, it says 10 plus points. If we're forcing to the 4 level or 3 no trump, you would expect us to have a game-forcing hand, so that's one flaw in what the robot's thinking of. So here, I'm going to double. I'm not unhappy if my partner bids, but now that we see that they've passed, let's get off to our lead. There's our king of diamonds lead. Good news, bad news. We don't love seeing this particular hand because there's so many hearts in the dummy as far as defensively, but we love the fact that we weren't going to do well if we bid hearts on this hand. So the question is, should we risk cashing the ace of hearts? I don't think so. I think I'm going to cash the ace of clubs first. I'm hoping my partner has something good in the club suit. And whoa. It had sound effects on for a second there. I can't listen to that. I can't listen to that stuff. So here, just trying to safely develop a club trick there, folks. Because here's the thing. If I cash the ace of diamonds and my right-hand opponent has the queen, they might be able to win a trick, play the queen of diamonds, and pitch a club, right? So I don't want to cash my ace of diamonds yet. I want to explore a club trick first, and then we'll see if we can cash our ace of hearts at some point later. Partner rates to have 2 spades. They're queen doubleton. Unlucky that they have wasted values in that suit. That's going to go heart towards that king at some point. And then we're going to take the ace of diamonds, and we're going to hope down 1 is a good score. We don't know what the robots are going to do. Sorry, I need to play a card here. There it is. The diamond to the 9. Let's Whatever. Let's make sure the robot doesn't screw it up over there. Ace of hearts. Now we exit safely, right? We know they're trumping this club. How many hearts can they get rid of? We'll find out. They'll cash the king of hearts, or oh my goodness, they just have a whole bunch of hearts over here. So there's the diamond, and then they'll go heart to the 10, or whatever. They didn't even need it. Heart to the king. Or they didn't have any hearts. I'm not even counting. So plus 100 for us. What were we going to do on our side? Let's look at the results stream over here. Looks like, wow, clubs is a hell of a good contract. The problem is, I wonder, we moused over 4-0 Trump. It didn't really give us much of a description other than I would guess partner would bid, but the disaster is partner passes and they just lead a spade and we're cooked in that spot as well. You never know what to do with the robots, but I'm like 6 diamonds is amazing, obviously. We have one loser, right? We have a spade loser in either of those minor suit contracts. So missed out on maybe the best spot, but what will the robot do with the same hands? We'll find out when we get the results. Next hand. Again, we're playing imps. We're playing imps non-best hand. And here's a non-best hand example. We only have an 8 count. We're going to be flying on the sidelines here. And the opponents just kind of bid 4 hearts really quickly. And we can see the dummy. Let's see. That has 14 points over here. And every time I'm defending, folks, I'm kind of getting the lay of the land. And I know a lot of you are going to say, we only have 7 minutes per board if we're playing competitively. How are you doing this in this much time? The more you practice this, the faster you get to do this. And I'm just doing some quick math. I know 14 are in the dummy. This player game forced very quickly. There's 13, the average, right? So there's 27 total points. I have 8. That's 35. Partner's looking at about 5 points over there on average, right? If left-hand opponent has a little more, our partner has a little less, and vice versa, right? So here we just have an idea that we're probably defending this hand alone, right? Partner may have one of those cards in spades or diamonds, or maybe even a heart card, and we'll figure that out as we go, right? If we see a heart card come from partner, we know to expect less than the other suits. Here, I think we can pitch a spade. They drew an extra round of trump here for some reason. Okay. Now they're going to pitch those spades. Yuck. This is why you don't necessarily want to lead doubletons without a trump entry, folks, because you rate to have issues. We probably should have let a spade there, but they're going to do something of that nature for themselves. And it didn't really make any difference. All right, folks, let's take a peek. There we go. So when you lead a doubleton, it's not a bad thing, right? It's not going to usually be a terrible thing to lead a doubleton if you have an entry in the trump suit, right? So if this hand had the ace of hearts, or let's say the king, a card they expect to get in with, it's an okay idea to lead a low doubleton, right? Perfectly fine, because you expect to get in, and then you'll void yourself again and maybe have an entry to partner. When you do not have an entry in the trump suit, it's just usually bad business to just be firing off doubletons. So you'd want to find a different lead. And as it turns out, your 2 best choices, 10 of diamonds or just a low spade, would produce more tricks, right? So luckily, we're playing with a robot at the other table, so they're likely to see the same lead. And it's imps. So even if they find the right defense, it's only 2 imps, even though every imp is going to matter in this event for us. Another 8 count dealt to us on the 3rd board and our last board of the set. We're going to pass this thing. Partner opens 2-0. Nice. Make your bid, folks. What do you do at home? Make your choice. I'm going to have some coffee. Who bid Stayman? Which one of you guys bid Stayman? It's probably a few of you. This is never Stayman. Now, I know you're looking at this saying, hey, buddy, you got a 4-card major. What are you doing? You should be bidding Stayman. Not when you have this shape. Anytime you have 4-3-3-3, even if that 4-card suit is a major, you forego Stayman and you stick on your no trump strain. You have a flat hand. Partner has announced a balanced hand. You belong in no trump. As it turns out, we're going to have some trouble with this spade suit possibly. But this is not going to be different than anything that happens at the other table. So we're in the same contract on the same auction, right? This is totally normal stuff. Maybe South did bid Stayman, and that might change it, but it's wrong, folks. If you find a fit in hearts, you're likely taking the same number of tricks in no trump when you're this flat opposite a balanced hand. So good news. They broke one of our other suits, and I want you to look at all of our other suits: clubs, diamonds, and hearts. Every suit that they lead from east gives us an extra trick. It's amazing. Or at least it deprives us of a guess in the suit. We have kind of a little finessage position in clubs, diamonds, and hearts. And if they lead either of these suits, they give us that finesse. And there it is, folks. Now we know we have 4 club tricks. So let's count. They switched from a spade, which is amazing because we might have just gone down there if one of them had 5 spades. So here we have 4 clubs. We have 3 hearts. We have 2 diamonds. That's 9 rippers, folks. We may take an extra heart. We may take an extra diamond. I don't know if we're going to take too much risk looking for those extra tricks, though. I'm going to play a heart to the ace first, and then I'm going to run some clubs. We know these are running because even if they're not 3-3, we've seen that wow. So they're hooking us up with the heart trick here. I'm going to cash my ace of diamonds too, just in case the queen is falling. And now king of hearts. We know we're going to take more tricks here. Let's see them start pitching spades. When right-hand opponent pitches a spade and lefty pitches a diamond, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the queen of diamonds is more likely here because they're throwing away a potential winner to possibly protect a card. Now, I can't be sure of this, obviously. And lefty pitched another diamond. Look at that. So I'm just going to plunk that 10 of diamonds down, and there it is. Yeah, righty was protecting the king. We do not take any finesse here, folks. We are just going to give them the tricks they're entitled to, which are 2 at the end. And we will thank our lucky stars that they did not continue spades. However, it looks like we would have taken 9 tricks from that point. You can see they only have 4 spades on each side of the table, so the most they can take is those first 4 tricks. And then we'll scoop up the rest because look at that. Both the clubs and the hearts are breaking 3-3. So you wouldn't, in fact, have to take a finesse, even though maybe throughout the play you might have convinced yourself you had to. They let us off the hook, and we'll scoop up 430 on that board, so we'll take it. Ooh, look at this next one. Opponents are opening a no trump. We have this hand. What do you think? Are you going to bid with this one? Find out with me tomorrow, and I will see you for the rest of this series as we go through the week. Thanks a lot, folks, and I'll see you next time.